Goodbye BeerBiceps. But firstly, let me tell you why I went with the name BeerBiceps in 2015. Wait, let 2015 Ranveer tell you. Hey guys, my name's Ranveer Allahbadia. I'm 22 years old. I've been gymming for 3 years. Fitness and food are my two biggest passions, hence the name BeerBiceps. 2015 Ranveer makes me go cringe. That bichara was trying his best to put out bodybuilding content, health-based content. But you know who inspires me in life and who inspired that 2015 Ranveer in life? This guy, Goku. You know him? He's the main character of Dragon Ball Z. And he keeps evolving throughout the series. He keeps getting to one level higher than himself. How does he evolve? By reinvention, by doing new things. Goku is what inspired me. I hope it's not broken. Anyway, so from Ranveer who did bodybuilding content, we switched over to Ranveer who did fashion and grooming content, to Ranveer who did personal finance, entrepreneurship, etiquette, communication skills based content. And now it's time for one more massive reinvention, one more massive revolution. And that's why I'm saying goodbye BeerBiceps. I'm not that 2015 wala bodybuilding Ranveer. I'm 2019 entrepreneur Ranveer. My life has changed, and as an entrepreneur, the one thing you're thirsty for in life is knowledge. So, keeping that in mind, that's the big reinvention we're bringing on this channel. The channel is going from being an infotainment channel teaching people about bodybuilding, fitness, fashion, grooming, all that stuff, to becoming a hardcore online knowledge channel, a podcasting channel.
But bro, haven't you already made it a podcasting channel?
I have, but what I've also done is made a lot of mistakes. With Monk-E Chat, a podcast that we've been running now for about 10 episodes, there have been a lot of mistakes. And the key word as an entrepreneur is rebranding. Rebranding. That means packaging your content and packaging your product in a fantastic way. Why did we name it Monk-E Chat in the first place? Because I'm a very passionate co-founder. I wanted to take my company and give it branding on YouTube. But you know what? I made a mistake there. And I'm not afraid to admit that mistake. Think of the most iconic product names, the most iconic company names. Uber, Nike, Fila, Ola. It's always simple names, names that you can remember. Similarly, we need to also think of SEO, search engine optimization, as YouTubers. And a very hot SEO tag is The Ranveer Show, our older interview series that we used to run on the channel. Now that series was fantastic. I interviewed some of my own idols. It was some beautiful videos that we created, but there were some downsides. One, it was very heavy duty. We used to subtitle the entire video. We used to put music into it. We used to make it motivational video style. So it was very difficult for the team to produce. And more importantly, how many people's struggle stories and success stories are you going to listen to? You know, motivation only lasts up to a certain point. You know what lasts forever? Knowledge, things that you learn. And that's why we're now going to be calling the podcast The Ranveer Show. That's the new name for the podcast. So starting from today, if you go back to all the other podcast episodes, they're rebranded. The thumbnail has changed, the title has changed. We are going to be calling it The Ranveer Show, and this is going to become India's #1 podcast. I know that. That's the big change on BeerBiceps. That's the rebranding we're doing. It's becoming a podcasting channel. It's going to become India's most value-adding channel. If you ever want to learn something, if you ever want to add information into your brain, value into your brain, this is the channel that you log on to. At some point, I definitely want to change the name BeerBiceps because it's not something I vibe with. I don't drink anymore. I am not that deep into bodybuilding anymore. So BeerBiceps doesn't make sense. As of now, this channel has kind of become the Ranveer Show in my heart. I'm not going to rename it because a lot of people in our industry know this channel as BeerBiceps. So then I don't want that channel to get lost in all this jhamela of rebranding. Rebranding is a slow process and I owe it to Goku. I owe it to him to get out of my comfort zone once again, reinvent myself, become something new. Now, as for podcasts, a few things you need to know. One, this is our gorgeous logo. Check it out. It's like one of the most beautiful things we've ever created. It's very close to my heart. Two, podcasts. How do you listen to them? I'll at least try my best to always release on a Friday night. You can just put it next to your bed. You don't even need to see the screen if you don't want to. You can put it next to your bed and just listen to the podcast. 3, other than YouTube, we're also going to be releasing on a lot of audio platforms, so watch out. Under each of our podcasts, I will be linking all the audio files and all the platforms on which we'll upload our podcast. And my final request to you guys is that this podcast is going to grow through our community. I know you've supported me a lot in these last 4 years. I think right now I'm at a stage in my life where I need maximum support from the BeerBiceps community. Please spread the word about the podcast. It's important for it to grow because people in India generally don't understand this concept of a podcast, even though it's one of the most value-adding things out there. It's the new age version of books. You know how a lot of people in our generation don't enjoy reading as much? Podcasts are going to become the new sources of knowledge, but will only grow through you. So please share the videos on WhatsApp, share the links of the audio files once it's out on audio platforms. Stay tuned on the channel because I'm going to be bringing some very fadu guests. And remember, with podcasts, the goal isn't to listen to every single podcast if you don't feel like it, but listen to the guests who you really vibe with. Say tomorrow I bring on Arnold Schwarzenegger or LeBron James or Virat Kohli and you just want to watch those, watch them. I'm going to be asking them some really fadu questions. I'm going to be digging deep into their minds, but this is only going to grow through your support. Thank you for supporting as always. I know the views have taken a massive hit on the podcast, but this is kind of like a 5 to 10 year game. I'm going to be doing these podcasts for 5 to 10 years. I want to interview as many successful people as I can. Let's see how the future turns out. I know I'm saying 5 to 10 years now, but what if at that point Goku from Super Saiyan wants to become Super Saiyan 2 or 3? Maybe we'll reinvent again. As of now, it's looking like a lot of focus is going to be on these amazing, deep, beautiful, value-adding conversations for a long time. Enjoy yourselves, guys. Thanks for all the support. In a way, this is Goodbye BeerBiceps.